It is happening. So yeah.
Don't
Anyway, no one's
mind
here.
me,
This,
guys.
this is
I'm just gonna turn my cam. Well, hold on a second.
yeah,
No, I'm plugging up my energy source. The way I got slimed last night,
yeah.
Mm,
I
Do you
mm.
wanna
gotta
talk
make
about
sure
that?
I keep everything, backed up and ready.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that, Jag, or is that something you want to keep to yourself?
About getting my ass whipped by a bunch of demons.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure,
But I
let's
mean,
talk about it.
yeah,
They
yeah. Well,
got me.
I mean, we're laughing about it, but I mean, it's a serious situation. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, trust me. When you wake up and you hear your whole body go crack, 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 like just, I've been dealing with this since I was a kid. So for me, it's just a part of my being. This is probably just the first time I'm having an open conversation about it.
Mm,
That's all.
yeah,
mm.
You know,
I'm with you. I'm with you. Well, listen, let's let's.
everybody's always late to my party.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
But
Well,
welcome.
so Azria, do you want to set the stage with anything before we dive into this with Jag?
I think the report will more or less say it all, but I just wanted to say it was an absolute pleasure reading for you, Jag, and thank you so much for giving me your approval to do so. We have we have got some amazing findings and the amazing beings that are both with you, in you, and around you. So no, I'd very much just like to say that for first and foremost, but
Thank you,
I very
ma'am.
much have put as much detail as possible in the report. So if we want to dive right in, absolutely, and I'll
No problem.
add more as we come up to the various sections. So
No
no,
problem. I'll
thank
get
you
that
again,
up
Jack.
right now. I just want to
And
say that Danielle, who's
disclaimer.
waving, that is my fiance. That is my future child, Nova's mum, the most beautiful and incredible lady in the world. I love you so much, and
I'm
I hope
putting on the noodles. I'll be right back.
yeah, you put on the
And
noodles.
she's off.
And,
So we're just going to say the disclaimer. I think we need to say that the
Thank you.
disclaimer for Azria's work is that this is not an actual DNA review, and there's nothing clinical involved, and this is for entertainment purposes only.
yes,
Thank you.
absolutely. That's just, and just in case the military people are listening again, it's fine.
Exactly.
Okay, relax. Homeland Security or whatever your freaking name is. All right, just chill out. Okay? We're relaxing. All right. So we'll wait for Jag to get back from the noodle run.
Oh,
And
don't mind me. This is gonna be quick.
yeah, that's okay. Don't worry. I got you. I got you. I'm just looking in the side chat.
I'm getting older now. I have to keep a certain schedule with my eating.
Yeah, that's right.
Ain't that the truth?
They keep forgetting I am not a kid.
Yeah, I don't want you holding any hot saucepans full of boiling water when you start getting hit by revelations from the off-world people. Do you know what I'm saying?
This to me, I am a skilled chef tornade.
It's so
I know
funny
how
when
to keep
people
myself
back in the
protected.
camera.
Do you see the scars on my arms
Oh yeah, okay,
Oh,
from
yeah.
well.
cooking? Like my
Mhm.
knife cuts and like I do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I got two words for you. Takeout. Okay. That's what I've got two words for you right there. Okay.
Never.
No, I'm the same. I just got myself a brand new big cooker,
You know how
two
many
big
people
ovens.
want me gone? I better cook my own
Oh
food.
yeah, no, yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. Okay, well look, let's jump in. I'm gonna properly put on my over the age of 12-year-old reading capabilities hat. And we're going to
Okay.
dive into this, okay? So, welcome to the story of your DNA. Prepare to explore your own personal genetic history, the
Mhm.
profound link between your DNA and the infinite cosmos, as well as the wisdom of those who came before. Through the unconditional unifier, we will explore the essence of your soul's lineage, connecting you to the source beings without limitations or conditions. This
Mhm.
divine tool embodies pure generosity and wholehearted selflessness, offering guidance and clarity with unconditional love. Together, we will journey with the celestial connection divination tool, unlocking the strands of your DNA that tie you to the stars, that This transformative experience will energize your spiritual awakening, revealing the untapped potential of your higher self, and start to uncover your soul's story. A general gateway to understanding your genetic and cosmic heritage. While your DNA adventure provides insights to modern geographical regions, remember that these borders are merely human constructs. Your true lineage transcends these boundaries, shaped by migrations, unions, and histories. Histories of countless generations. It reminds us of interconnectedness of all beings. As you embark on this sacred journey, reflect on your uniqueness of your genetic blueprint. Your DNA carries a timeless story, a celestial map that connects you to the universe, weaving together the threads of humanity and the wisdom of the stars. Welcome to the profound journey of rediscovering yourself. And the stars. Nailed it. All right. So your starseed DNA. All right, Azria. I'm just
we
curious.
can skip that page and the next one.
Okay, here we go.
This is just providing the full report that's provided, but this section is the absolute key. This is the first sight that you get of the initial findings. So this gives a breakdown of the dominant DNA frequencies that were picked up. This gives and the detected ones, but the main ones that we focus on within not only the report but in this session here today are those dominant ones. And it does say it further down, but I'd just like to reiterate the point around when I first was able to go into JAG and the energy field. It was very seamless, very lovely and seamless, and was allowed in. So thank you so much. But as soon as I was there, there's this amazing, huge, when I say black, it was like the outline of this being was huge. That kind of very much, they knew it was okay for me because I was like, whoa, I'm not too sure, because it's just the empowerment and the body of this being. But then as soon as I went a little bit closer, it was kind of like, yeah, this is really, really nice. But I can see that huge kind of like, it's like almost like warrior type energy kind of very much came across. And that's when I wasn't 100% sure of who this being is. So it has taken a while. So, and Beverly, please correct me on this one in regards to the pronunciation, but it's a being that I personally have never come across before, and very much had to get some further, well, myself and Beverly worked on this over about the past sort of 24 hours just to ensure that we had the right being from the right place. And indeed, it is the Laren. I never say that right because I know there's...
No, it's La'an. La'an.
Thank you.
The Larens are different beings altogether.
Yes, I never say that right. I never say that correctly. So thank you, Beverly. Yes, and then we had, it's a very unusual to get a mix of the Atlanteans and their Lemurians. So the Atlanteans was very, very strong, but it was the Lemurians were there as well. But I think the absolutely key point here is it's the Atlanteans that is resonating and is stronger in this lifetime. So the Lemurians were there quite strongly, but there was the clarification that needed to be made that the Atlanteans is the DNA within JAG that actually resonates the most. Then we have the amphibians, who I think we may have picked up before, but there were certainly different traits and different abilities within there that resonated with JAG, and similarly to the avians as well.
All right. So that is quite a substantial chunk of the pie, for one. Was there any? Was there any sub DNAs present, or was it just the dominant main DNAs that came through?
No, we also have, there is the detected one. So thanks for picking me up on that, Ron. Very much so. There's the elementals, Palladians, and Nagas, but they were very, very tiny.
Yeah,
I mean,
wow.
very, very tiny. That the first being the hybrid was very much took over that percentage. And as we've just gone through with the Atlanteans and Lemurians, but those percentages with the elementals, Palladians, and Nagas were very tiny.
Tiny. All right.
But they are there, and they are there to be noted.
So,
All
Jag,
right.
any questions yet? Have we got any questions from you at the moment?
I mean, no. I've always
Not
known
yet.
I was different.
Oh, Jag, it's
Very
coming.
different.
It's coming.
Very, very different.
This is coming. Don't you worry. It's coming.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
So
an alien.
I'll read this section here. Session output. From the very beginning of the session, it was effortless to connect with your essence and tune into your DNA almost immediately. I became acutely aware of a powerful presence standing behind you that, with support, has been identified as La'an, a unique hybrid being. The message that came through was clear and profound. Jaguar requires protection. Something immense is approaching as the demon has been awakened. Stay vigilant, especially on your left side. It is better not to go into restaurants until the danger is over. Additionally, a significant connection to Hawaii came to light, a sacred prayer resonating deeply within peace, protection, and rejuvenation for her spirit. I also heard the message, they are free, relating to the human beings, Giovanni and Uncle, neurodiverse, with both the avian and amphibian DNA within the human body. There can sometimes be the inability to process very different energies of both the water and air. The inability to transmute these energies in today's world are seen as sensitives and names as neurodiverse. The traits can be shown later in life following activation. Interesting. That is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the only piece there, well, two of the pieces is, as soon as that connection was made to that hybrid being, that message came through absolutely loud and clear. And I know when we were coming on, there was the you were saying about what happened last night, Jag. So but what was interesting is it was saying about sort of going to restaurants. So I don't know if that's poisoning or something. I don't know. But certainly the message was there.
Honey, I'm cooking right now.
Good.
And the one thing, yeah, Hawaii kept on coming up. I don't know if we got any links to Hawaii, but they were like, that was just like a very magical place for you. So I wasn't sure whether to put that in there, but
I am.
yeah, they were like, Hawaii is very, very, very special to you. So I hope that resonates, please.
Oh, wow.
Have you got? Yeah. Okay.
Good.
Let's continue on.
Should we go to the next page?
Yeah, continue. So this is the being. Okay,
yeah.
we have, between myself and Beverly, we have worked on an image. It's not exactly what was seen, but please more focus on the
oh no, I understand
the
it very
descriptions
well.
and
I'm gonna mute
the
up.
origin.
Y'all tell them, because don't nobody believe me.
See, we're getting there, man. We're getting there with this. Right, let me read this. Hang on. I need to light my Capri Sun. Hang on a second. All right. La'an hybrid origin. They are from a free independent group. Oh,
Ladrika in Kepler 62, which is 1,200 light years away from Earth in the Milky Way. When the galaxy is called the Milky Way, it's barren and it has no atmosphere, so it has a lot of sand and sand dunes and things like that. You will see why that is pertinent later when we start looking at some of the connections. The La'an, Ta'al, Ahel, Nur, and Latraka come from a planet that is very desert-like, with their main homeland in the center, which resembles Dubai, with a sparse desert surrounding a center of tall skyscrapers. We then have the physical traits, the combination of Afrocentric features with golden accents and a robust, commanding frame. And they've got these very bright, very, very bright eyes because of their sun on their planet is particularly large and rather fierce. This is why they've got a lot of melatonin in their skin, because they need it in order to break down the extreme temperatures from their sun and the extreme temperatures of light. That's why their eyes are also light sensitive. So we've got then, it's the whole frame and physicality symbolizes a blending of earthly and cosmic elements, reflecting a harmonious bridge between humanity and star civilizations. This is an extremely old humanoid culture. So if you have a look at them, this is the closest that we could get using AI. The beings are light sensitive with eyes that can cope with the sun's rays, with high melatonin in their systems and in their skins. They also have like a type of suit that allows their skin temperature to be manipulated so that they're able to walk around with ease. And it's only their face and their hands sometimes that are exposed. Everything else is not exposed because it's in a temperature-controlled bodysuit. The teeth are small and flat, owing to the level of sand that permeates their diet. So when we looked at them, they had tiny, tiny teeth because they do a lot of teeth grinding. And what we've said there is that you may find yourself clenching and grinding your teeth either when angry, because they do this when they go into battle. So you might find, Jag, that you do this clench and this grinding motion when you're ready to have a good go at someone, because that is part of this ta'al, these peoples, when they're ready and they're ready to go forward and move as a warrior, they clench the teeth. And you'll find that their teeth are all dead straight, they're all in a straight line, and they're flat on the top. And that's because wherever you go on their planet, because of the winds, the sand is chucking up. And as they're eating, as they're doing things, there's just sand everywhere. So they will get some of the sand in their food, unfortunately. The frequency then, the presence of strong-rooted energy combined with the mystical, otherworldly elements signify a guardian or an emissary for planetary healing and for spiritual evolution.
Now, is this like her guardian who's standing over her, did you say, Azria?
Yes. So there is the DNA there, but certainly, as I said, as I was allowed to tune in even beforehand, this I had to get I said Beverly's input because I couldn't quite make out the detail, but certainly this amazingly large being. So there is that connection to the DNA as well. So that's why a few of these maybe characteristics and that come out. But you guys definitely sort of work as a pair and work as a team.
So from that warrior side, from the warrior side, then Jag, with this type of warrior type person, when you were young, it would have meant that you would have had a lot of scraps and a lot of arguments, and it's probable being a warrior type extraction with that DNA encoded in you. It's probable that you would have had.
Y'all about how I used to fight when I was a kid.
Oh dear, tell us about it. Did you used to grind your teeth and go in and give them a good smacking?
I still do. I had that whole experience last night.
Okay.
Before I was forced to lay down and go into a very deep meditative state to prepare for what I knew was coming. And they kicked my ass all damn night.
Oh.
Sure did.
Well, maybe you need to get more of your fisticuffs ready so that you can go in and really just fight back, which is good because you have some backup now and some protection. So we'll just make sure we activate all of your DNA so that you've got your peeps with you.
Noodles.
Yeah, we'll wait for you to get back for the next section, Jack. Don't worry.
He's off
make
to do the noodles again.
sure,
So in
you
some
guys
in some cultures they do think that, you know, the flattened teeth and the grinding, sometimes they say that that means parasites or parasitic infection. Bearing in mind that's more of a human issue, that these individuals on a different planet, they wouldn't have a similar issue to the issues that we have with parasitic infections on Earth, and they wouldn't have the same types of either diagnosis, and they wouldn't be showing the same symptoms as we have with humans. They're two totally different things. So I think we just need to realize that those individuals are really totally different. What I find interesting as well with this, as Azria had said about the sand dunes and the connection with the way that the look and feel of the city, the way that it seems to come and rise out of the sand dunes, that it's very similar to Dubai. Now, later we can ask Jag whether she feels that there is some sort of a connection to Dubai or the United Arab Emirates, that perhaps there's something that she has a feeling about. So we can ask her about that later too.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Andrea, what I mean, this La'an hybrid, the way that this has been sort of presented, it was very much. It's the first time I think we've seen you focus on a description and really presenting a being, if you will. It felt like very much an overview of what kind of like with the energy being with Big Homie, I guess. But how profound do you think the La'an is within Jaguar or DNA or guidance, all that stuff? I mean, is it at the forefront, the most prominent, and has the most impact on who she is right now?
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, I personally have never seen or heard or experienced them before. That is why I sort of called for some backup, because as much as the being was quite overpowering, to me, it didn't necessarily feel threatening, but definitely I could very much feel that if either Jag or it was threatened in any way, then they'll very much come out fighting. But yeah, this is one that is will certainly be added to the list. It's certainly new to us, and I do very much feel that it is a part of Jag's DNA, because there is that connection there. And as Beverly rightly said, the DNA has been activated, but it can be further activated and empowered to help support Jag going forward, because that being is absolutely there. That power is absolutely there. And so, yeah, further work can be done to empower that even further.
Well, one thing that was just spotted by somebody in the side chat, and I can confirm this, Jag, you mentioned something about, or somebody asked you about a concert in Dubai, right? That was something that's been, Well, that was something that was in this report just here.
Yes.
With their main homeland in the center
I
resembling.
also have friends and colleagues that live in that region. There was another offer for Saudi Arabia a few weeks back. We haven't officially gotten to the bottom of whether or not that's true or not, but yes.
Well, listen, if you can't afford a ticket to Dubai or Saudi Arabia, I'm hoping Monday night is going to be the night for my Christmas extravaganza.
Monday night is the night.
Do you know what I'm saying? The Monday, it's going to be the Christmas night extravaganza. We've got a lot of special things.
You know, I have a big, disposition, but I am only 5'5".
What are you talking about, man?
People when they see me, I'm 5'5", so I'm rather on the shorter side of the scale. I'm just a step above a hobbit.
Yeah, listen, Dan's.
You and me both. You and me both. That's why when I saw this thing, it's like Ron's Giants all over again. I kind of had to look up. It's like, where does it end?
I was just saying to Azria,
I hear you on that one.
I was just saying to Azria but this is sort of the first time that we've actually had almost like a breakdown of a new DNA that was coming through. And it's kind of it's interesting because, like I say, it's the first time we've seen that. But we're gonna move on to the next second dominant DNA, Atlantean Lemurians. Both Atlanteans and Lemurians were identified during the session, with the Atlanteans being the dominant DNA that you are currently resonating strongly with within this lifetime as the warrior. They came from the Earth to escape war taking place on their own planet, meaning you hold an innate feeling of survival in your past and current life. Now here we go. This is where things are going to get spicy. All right. Telepathic communication. Your ability to communicate and transcend words, allowing you to speak directly to the hearts and souls of others through your music. As a neo-soul artist, you channel the divine and high frequencies of sound and light, healing wounds and inspiring transformation. Okay? Like, I think that sort of speaks for itself, Jag, when it comes to you. All aspects of your voice, whether or not you're, you know, having fun conversations with your friends, singing or empowering or we're dishing out the justice, it sums you up perfectly. Right? Energy manipulation. You master and conduct universal energy. Your presence alone has and does have the power to shift vibrations in any space, and your vibration and music goes beyond this in creating harmony and balance further. Dream work. You are a dream weaver, effortlessly navigating the realms of dreams and astral projection. Whether consciously or unconsciously, you send messages of love, guidance, and healing through the dream time, leaving and lasting an impact on those you touch. Your dream work transcends the limits of the physical world, connecting you to others on a soul level, e.g., steering people away from Rainbow Room.
Yeah, who wants a person like that running loose?
Yeah. Well, what do you feel up until this point? I mean, when we talk about
I feel like you guys are finally explaining to these people that I'm something different.
Yeah. Well, this is it. Okay, wise and introspective. You have forever been a philosopher, a seeker of deeper truth. With the wisdom and knowledge, you inspire others to reflect on their journey, guiding them towards understanding and enlightenment. You naturally illuminate the path for others to follow. Okay, harmonious and peaceful, like a freight train, right? Like harmonious and peaceful, like a freight train. You are a beacon of balance. Your commitment to harmony resonates through every interaction, uplifting those around you, relationships, your community, and beyond. I mean, I think that you're pretty much nailing it on the head, right? With all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Big Homie in the side chat showing some love for Big Sister Jag. Here we go. Gotta love Big Homie. Right, let's keep going with this. In fact, Andrew, is there anything you want to go over with regards to the Atlanteans, Lemurians?
No, I'm all right with all of it.
Yeah, yeah. Andrew, anything you want to say before we move on?
No, thank you, Ron, but no, I think when it comes down to it, the main thing around here was the fact that there was the Atlantean and the Lemurian, but it was the Atlantean within this lifetime that the DNA is coming through. But no, thank you, Ron. There's nothing further to add on.
That's fine, no problem. Okay. Third dominant, amphibians. Awakening the power of the amphibians allows you to activate clear water, revealing deception. You have the ability to see through deceivers, harmonizing water and physical observations.
Hi, Lamisha. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Woo.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. You use water to help to soothe, especially in times of stress. For example, standing under the shower for longer periods / swimming, which calms your biofields. You may also.
What was I doing at the beginning of this life?
Exactly. There you were in your water yet again, loving the bath and the shower and all those good things.
Yeah.
So yes, the water is your calming place.
Yes. How odd. It doesn't sound anything like me.
Okay. You may also experience issues with your feet. For example, the wearing of shoes not being comfortable for. Wait.
Here we go.
There was something else you were saying before we went live, right?
Yeah. Barefoot, running through the grass like a 3-year-old, butt naked.
Ah. Okay.
Oh my
Also,
goodness.
shoes not being comfortable for you, or as the amphibians do not use their feet for walking.
No.
Hide in plain sight. You have the ability to be around, but have a fierce attack if confronted. Reminder of the pufferfish. Okay.
Yeah, you guys got me all wrong.
Oh yeah, 100%, right? Adaptability and transformation. You have the ability to adapt to any environment, whether aquatic, terrestrial, or energetic. Your energy is fluid and flexible, allowing you to shift forms or frequencies to align with different places, people, dimensions, and realities. You also have the ability to both mentally and physically withstand tight spaces and situations. Okay, hang on a second. You also have the ability to both mentally and physically stand tight spaces and situations that cause little to lack of oxygen. Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, I was always
Yeah,
great
so-
in the hole
so,
when they had me in
sorry.
jail.
Yeah, so it's been able to stand within tight spaces, because
Yeah.
obviously with the amphibians, their oxygen, they have to monitor and work with their oxygen. So apologies for that last sentence, but
That's right.
yeah, very much it's around knowing how to breathe, when to breathe, in the right locations. So thank you.
So have a look at the nails. If you have a look at the hands on the amphibians, you'll see that if you roll up a bit on the screen, you'll see
Yeah,
that
y'all
the
got me
hands,
all
the
wrong.
nails, the nails are beautiful, and they're long and they're beautiful. They're very well kept, and they use them to swim with. They use
And
them to
they're
catch their
actually
food.
mine. Like, these are my nails.
I'm not surprised
damn.
that they're
I
yours.
don't
I'm
wear
not
tips.
surprised.
Oh damn.
I need some of them. I've got no nails.
That's that's kind of mad. Yeah. Right. Okay, where were we? Okay, resilience of body and mind, your ability to process poison. Okay, symbolizes your capacity to transform hardships and negativity into wisdom and strength. This allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace, emerging even stronger. Again, as well as physically processing them. Damn. Yeah. A combination of all 4 dominant DNA strands. While amphibians possess their own unique abilities, they are believed to excel in telepathic communication and utilizing sound and vibrations as a means of connection and bridging dimensions.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah. The united collective energies of all beings create an unstoppable human potential. Damn. Okay, that's a
And
wild.
it's dead cute. It's dead cute. It really is so cute. So cute. Look at the little face.
I love you, CC.
The little face. But I mean,
Yeah.
again, it is nailing exactly.
I'm just glad y'all telling them, you know,
Yeah, man.
because
Well,
they
listen.
don't believe nothing I say.
Well, listen. I mean, the proof's in the pudding here. This is a great picture of an avian. I just want to say that's a banger. That's a banger.
Thank you.
Interdimensional travel out of body. You're a navigator of realms, effortlessly shifting through higher dimensions of reality. These realms of light, wisdom, and creation are where your soul finds strength and renewal. You are deeply connected to these spaces where profound truths and boundless possibility await your exploration. Enlightenment and ascension. You are a catalyst for humanity's shift from fear and control to harmony and abundance, inspiring a new way of being for all. Your mission is one of immense truth. You choose to be here to walk this earthly path, to assist humanity in its spiritual evolution. You guide others towards higher consciousness, helping them to create space within themselves for inner peace, self-discovery, and a life rooted in love, compassion, and integrity.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, y'all don't know me at all.
Yeah, right. Preserving the cosmic balance while spreading wisdom. You are a beacon of light, frequency, and energy that inspires spiritual growth in all who come across your path. Your wisdom flows naturally, guiding others to their journey, to guiding them on their journey to universal harmony. Through your presence, you plant seeds of peace, clarity, and transformation, helping the world remember its divine essence. Library keeper. You are a guardian of the ancient and the infinite. Within you lies a knowledge of the cosmos preserved in. This sacred wisdom flows through you, ready to be shared by those who seek enlightenment, offering them the keys to unlock their soul potential and connections to the greater universe. I mean, it's,
That's about it.
that is about it.
Yeah.
100%. It's nailing you at the foundation here, Jag, I feel. Okay, so DNA strands detected. We've got elementals, Nagas, and the Palladians.
Yeah, all real good stuff.
Yeah,
So
I just felt that these guys obviously were detected, but we didn't necessarily go into any detail around these guys because with
No need.
as I said,
It's
the
pretty
main one that
much
came through was the first.
It's understood.
right, hang on. My mouse just went crazy.
Don't
Oh.
nobody ever want to believe me.
Well, maybe they will now.
Oh, honey, this is
Oh, I
all for
hope they will.
entertainment.
Say that again, Jag.
I said, oh, honey, this is all for entertainment. Remember? Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Right. All right. So when when we started all of this, Jag, did you think that there was going to be what was your expectations to the outcome here? Is it
Pretty
how,
much this. I think he finally tell them all I'm an alien.
well, yeah, you've certainly got various off-world DNA strands that
Yeah.
seem to resonate with very standout elements of your personality.
Oh,
Certainly missions that you've been going on with regards to educating people on the horrors of
yeah.
Hollywood, shall we say.
Yeah.
When you look at what happened last night, and you'll know yourself how many times that's happened in your life.
A lot. But it's been
Yeah.
more ever since the that big blue moon came in April. There is so much more activity than there was.
Agreed.
There is energy lurking about that people are choosing to be willfully blind to. People are literally losing their minds here in America. We're watching it every day and pretending as though it's not that big a deal. That's insane. People better be ready because truth is most Americans have given up their ability to think for themselves, which means all they have to do is be told something on a screen and they will comply. That's terrifying. Hive mind.
I mean, I completely
country stuck in a hive mind.
Yeah.
With fueled by satanic ritual and law. How are people terrified?
Because they don't know what they don't know. And that's the problem. Isn't it the
You know
truth?
what? It's bad to not know, but it's even worse to not want to know. I can deal with ignorance, but apathy. That's
very true.
Different.
Yeah, very true.
Well, take us through, Jag. I mean, what key points in that resonated with you? What were
I told you, go there, y'all tell them. I ain't got nothing to say.
You ain't got nothing to say.
I'm not. What I'm supposed to do? Sit here and argue with you?
Well, that's it.
I'm an alien.
Yeah, we're all a little bit alien. I'll tell you that.
I'm different. I've been telling them. That's the only thing me and 2 Chainz have in common. I'm different, and I pull up to the club with my ceiling missing. Yes. My spiritual lid has been popped.
Yeah.
You want to know the hardest part about being me?
Yeah. Yes.
Knowing what I am and watching people trying to convince themselves that I'm not.
Yeah. Don't waste your time.
It's just insane.
Yeah. You ain't got time to convince them all.
No,
No,
that's
I'm
true.
not trying to convince anybody. If you
Mm.
believe it, you believe it. If you don't, you don't. That is you. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, it's free will.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps expecting me to embrace normal mortal status. That ain't me. It ain't never been me. Ain't gonna be me. I don't have a problem with what I am. They have a problem with what I am. I've known that sound was my superpower ever since I was a child. I
Yeah.
sang before I spoke.
Yeah.
How lovely.
I didn't
Wonderful.
start talking to people and having real conversation with people until I was almost 5 years old. But I started singing when I was 2.
Beautiful.
know that.
How lovely.
My whole life is wrapped in sound. It's what I am.
Mm.
See, when life got more clear for me was when I stopped arguing with what I am.
Mm. Good.
And the second that I became in full agreement with what I am, everybody had a problem with me. Isn't that how it works?
Mm.
I don't understand why everybody's so focused on being mortal. It ain't so great.
Listen, I completely agree.
You
Couldn't
know, you
agree with
want
you
to
more.
be less, then you be less. I know what I am. Hell, I'm pissed off with myself because I got stuff inside of me I should have been unlocked. Like, we wouldn't even be having these problems. I could just think and make all of YouTube disappear. I'm behind schedule, man. I'm ready to take all of this show on the road. Go ahead,
Yeah.
keep telling them who I am. I'm gonna eat these noodles.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to talk more about the La'ans for a minute because it was quite a journey. I think you went with this race with La'an. Even picking up on the details about the sand and the teeth and the eyes and all of this. Is that what it was like every step of the way when you were stepping into this area? Was it going on that exploratory step with a new race, with a new off-world culture, to be able to understand them better and learn how to associate character traits
Yeah.
and things?
No, that's a really, really wonderful way of putting it, Ron. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was spending that time all the time, going through each and every one. And if that DNA was picked up, knowing if they were going to be stepping forward, doing, as I said, the research, which I've been very open about through different books, Elena Dinan and various others, medias as well. So it was between that and the message that's been channeled, and just that communication and that trust and that confidence of who and what was stepping forward. Because obviously there, I have mentioned sort of my background before around different energies and beings and the dark side and the light side that I've been open to for a while. But with the beings, it's a completely different atmosphere and energy to be in. So yeah, that's why it took 3 years, and to be able to come to a point
Yeah.
around to know that I'm absolutely confident on what I'm picking up, who it is, what it is. So yeah, it has been a long process, and very similar to when we have new beings come up. It's going through that whole process again. And sometimes I did go back maybe once, like one other time, just to say, right, is this the one? But certainly, and I very much thank you, Beverly, for your support and input with this particular being, because it was certainly one that the frequencies were very, very different. But certainly, as I said in the beginning, normally when, from I said, my 5 foot nothing, to have this huge, big, and when I say blacks, it was an outline like a shadow in front of me. The giants were very, very different for yourself. They were you could see the giants, you could see all the makeup and the face and everything like that. This was very different. So, but certainly the same process. Thank you.
Yeah. Damn. And how often, I mean, how regular is a new species? And maybe not necessarily from
Not
not often. Interesting.
No,
Welcome back, Jag.
not
Welcome back.
Well,
Hi,
in
Uncle Chad. I thought
overall,
someone was at the door.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well,
That's
we're
okay.
in transit and we're traveling. So, you never know. So I just wanted to check and make sure there was no one there.
Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got you. You can never be too safe. Paranoia is reality on a finer scale, as
Yeah.
someone told me. So, so let's talk a little bit then about the reading again as a whole, Azria.
Mhm.
And I just want to say to everyone, if you are looking to get your own reading, I am posting the link for Azria's website. It's scrolling along the bottom, and this is what it looks like, so you know you're on the right one. Scroll down, and there's half of Azria's face there, but that's just because my website is being displayed.
got the pink hair there, so we're good.
Yeah, exactly. And like I say, I've had this done. Big Homie's had this done. Kaz has had this done, and now Jag's had it done. And the summaries have hit all the personality traits on the head. I think with Jags and this new DNA strand that's come through. Do you think then, because of its rarity and the fact that you've not seen it, that's a standout for, what to ask the question, why have they chosen Jag, metaphorically speaking? What is her history and lineage? What is the next sort of step in this journey with her and this DNA?
Oh, I want to hear this.
Right? Because like I say, when Azria says, when Azria has to call in backup, right? And start going through some stuff, you know that something exciting's coming. And it kind of, when Big Homie, when we're looking at Big Homie and these energies, these energy beings, what you got for Jag seems so much more detailed. It wasn't like they were non-living energy beings. These are, again, off-world beings. What do you think this means for Jag's soul essence DNA? Is because it seems quite a standout part of this.
It very much is, but I believe that there was a point in time when a decision was made in regards to absolutely moving forward and being that warrior, and that's when said the DNA was then activated. Because remember, where there is free will, so on a soul level, it was, I'm going to go from being this person to actually, yes, this is my purpose, and very much picking up from what you were just saying there, Jag, as well. But that's the way I understand it, and that's why this being has very much stepped forward and started to sort of interact not only with yourself more, but that DNA is activated, definitely. I'd like to bring Beverly in on this one as well, but that is certainly from my perspective.
So those individuals, because the La'an they are part of the DNA that we carry within us as part of the root races that originally colonized Earth. You find that now, particularly now, because of this ridiculously low negative energy that finishes at the end of December. So December 31st, this low energy with the 16 years of low energy that we've had, that's caused a lot of these issues, Mercury retrograde, Jupiter. Next year, we've got Jupiter moving forward, which is actually the justice planet. And we also then have the La'an, which brings about difference of change to individuals. So secretly and quietly, they do actually keep an eye on all the people that are on Earth School. And they make sure that those individuals that have this rare piece of DNA within them, like yourselves, like with other key leaders, they will also find themselves next year. They're absolutely activated. And what with the planets and the necessity for justice. And that is a key thing here is truth, trust, honesty, and justice. And it gets activated. And no matter what you might have done in your past, be it, you know, as a teenager, be it as a 30-year-old, whatever you might have been forced to be part of that could have been dark or could have been construed as being part of those that were forcing a particular type of lifestyle or forcing their way to try to get you to flip to their side, the light will always shine through. And this is what these people do. They're huge, and they are taking on the fight for Earth School to win, to make sure the light wins through, and you will see them a lot more next year. I hope that helps.
Thank you.
Look, y'all not gonna get no argument out of me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay.
What I'm supposed to say? You're lying.
Then I just have to zap you with the energy, Jack, and then zap you in your bottom.
I'm glad y'all telling them because they don't believe nothing I say.
You know what's going to be even more amazing is when other people stand up and they have the same la'ans as well. That's going to be amazing because the la'ans will all find each other.
I've always known and felt it in my soul, you know, my familial, paternal, maternal, whatever, you know, that's blood relation, flesh tie. But my life has always been built around my spiritual family. The people that I know aren't just wearing skin, but wearing soul. And those souls have found their way into all different kinds of bodies, of all different kinds of races. And that's my true family.
Your soul
See,
family.
people keep forgetting that this is nothing more than a vehicle for your energy. It's a vessel, nothing more, nothing less. Whatever I am, whatever my energy is, it has been here for much longer than I've ever been here. And I'm sure this isn't my first time being here either.
No, it's not.
So I do believe it's my last.
Well, you can make it your last. You can absolutely decide that it's your last. Decide where to go to next.
Only if I get to go without doubt.
I'm sure you can do that. Make a decision.
Yeah. So let me ask you some questions, Jack. There was some pretty profound features, the glowing golden eyes, the sort of radiant glowing features of this race. Have you ever had any dreams or meditative moments?
I know that's my kid.
Yeah.
I ain't arguing with y'all.
Yeah. Okay, I'm with you. And like I say, you kind of summed up the water part of this and the problem with shoes. And it's interesting because there was some little, you know, characteristics about you that, you know, might not necessarily be known, you know.
When my shoes are off on stage, I feel absolutely and completely grounded to the energy I push out. When I wear shoes, it tames that, it dampens it.
Yeah.
But when I take my shoes off, I become a tuning fork for the universe.
Yeah.
Now, why would I cheat the audience out of that?
Hell yeah. Listen. We were all massive singing. I mean, there's so many levels to you, Jag, right? And most people know you from your singing, and a lot of people know you from the internet. And your singing's incredible. And I just want to remind everybody once again, nobody who's part of this has been told the date yet. So I'm hoping everyone can still do this, but it is going to be Monday night. I'm going to be eating those spicy peanuts. I have them here. There's 4 tubes of them. The Tubes of Terror by Johnny Scoville, 13 million Scovilles, doing it all for charity. And yeah, I want all of your money.
This
so
is 13 million?
Yeah, the other ones are 15 million. And I've got 4. And then the morning after, I get to get up at 10:30 in the morning and go to the hospital and have a cesarean. Yeah. Well, I don't really have to do anything of the hard part. Dan's going to do all the hard part, obviously.
I hope you have a whole 8-gallon jug of milk.
No, Do you know what? I cracked the code, Jag. I've cracked the code. It's not milk. It's not yogurt. It's not ice cream. It's butter. Okay,
Oh.
butter. Okay,
Well,
a little
butter
bit.
is great. Just make sure it's unsalted. You don't want to have a heart attack.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
Listen. The amount of damage that my internals have went through over the years, a salt ain't nothing. Ain't nothing to me. All right, but listen.
All right.
Monday night, we're going to have a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to be attempting to try and sing something. Jag's going to be showing us how to actually sing. We've got hopefully some comedians. We've got a lot of stuff planned. All right, there's a lot of stuff happening. So stay tuned. That'll be fully announced probably Sunday night for Monday, and I hope you'll all be there for it. But before we sort of descend into the closing elements of the show, Jag, tell us. You talked a little bit about your spirituality, your spiritual family, your spiritual journey, right?
Yes.
If there's people who are watching because I feel like a lot of us at a certain point in our life have felt disconnection and a little out of place from the norm, right? And that can spread within some people. Some people survive that and they come out of it stronger and they're vocal and all the rest of it. But some people, they're just not like us. They don't have the freight train. Comment section would have been literally people signing their own certificates into the next world.
Trying to fit into this, thing and this thing. And it's just, why not be your own country? Why not claim your own land? Why are we always so busy trying to help build something up for someone else rather than creating what we need for ourselves? I know why I'm a danger to society, because I am an anarchist at heart.
Yep.
It's not about to change. I do believe that an alternate way of life should be possible to all who want it. And those who are able to execute it should not be persecuted for creating an avenue.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I'm pretty sure the Joker had the same thought process too. And having a little bit of the Joker in all of us is just healthy, right? I relate to that character very, very well, right? So I'm just saying, I get what you're saying.
The truth is, was he wrong?
No, it's just that fine balance between freedom fighter and terrorist, ain't it?
Do you know what I was once called by a friend of mine at the beginning of me exposing the evils?
Yeah.
I was called Thanos' daughter.
Hell, listen. Listen. You're badass, okay? You're badass. And I tell you something. You would be doing some Thanos snapping. You would have been liberal.
Oh, honey, let me tell you something.
Right?
You'd be like, what? Would have been turned into like, I don't know, some kind of space channel or cooking universe. Like, I'd have been, I told you, I'm behind. I gotta get more in practice. I gotta wake this up.
Thing these guys have done.
Heads up next time. Just be like, hey, this is about to happen. I'm like, okay, that's
I couldn't do that, Roro.
I know. I'm just busting your chops.
But you know why I couldn't do it? Because it needed to be natural and it needed to play out, and I didn't need to be the one that look. Yeah. Everyone's always so quick to call me a liar. So I've learned how to just shine lights in areas where they need to be so everyone can get to the right conclusion at the same time without it being manipulated or engineered in any way. I
hear you 100%. I was just busting your chops. Hey, you gotta fight the good fight.
But people have been busting your chops, Roro, and I don't like that.
Listen, Roro hasn't paid any attention to it. Roro sees none of that chop busting. He's got a house that he's doing up, a baby on the way, Christmas round the corner, and about 9 podcasts a week. If you think I've got time to even remotely look down at the bottom feeders, I am so sorry to disappoint you all. I am not the one, man. I am not the one. Yeah.
No, you're not. And I just hope that everyone also appreciates the fact that you guys didn't know that a goose egg got dropped off to you. It was brought to you as real content, and you treated it with respect and care and decency, and there was great diplomacy. No one was disrespected. No one was made a fool of. I'm the bad guy.
Oh, you're not a bad guy.
I'm the
You're,
bad
you're,
guy, not
you're
these guys.
You're the
No, because
messenger. That's all you are. You're the messenger, but you just choose to write your message on a brick. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. All right?
well, you know, if you've been standing at the window trying to get everybody's attention, eventually you're gonna have to find a way to get their attention.
Yeah. You know, if you're here and you're saying stuff, I've got such a trust in you that even if it seems like something is everything's going crazy, I know you've got your hands on the wheel. So it's all good. It's all good.
This has been my life. I don't think anyone knows what this is like.
Well, can you touch on it a little bit first, Jag? You touched on it a little bit before Sean came back, having to relive all this. And this isn't just YouTube, this isn't just celebrity drama, this isn't Hollywood or anything. This is a reality. And as much as you can, I don't want to encourage you re-traumatizing or reliving. But what was it like? Because there must have been a sense of validation, but a sense of rage and re-traumatization.
All of those things, but I'm emboldened because I know that this newsreel, this news cycle is giving some people hope that didn't have hope a week ago. I spoke to someone that's very close to me in the midst of all of this. I've been dealing with a lot. I had one of my researchers and my apprentice was jailed, but all her charges are being dismissed. Thank God. And she's been helping us locate some of the children. Another one of people that we work that's also a survivor was just released from a mental hospital because of the things that she was speaking out against about Akon. Imagine what it's like to be dealing with fake victims online and real victims in real life, and the real victims asking you, are they real, Jag? Are they going to derail the case? How is this? You know, and I'm sitting there, no, we got it. It's going to be okay. You know, one of my witnesses was just almost unalived. And Big Homie CC is helping us with that.
Big shout out, Big Homie. He's with us at 12 o'clock midnight tonight, UK time. Yeah.
So there's a lot of real things that are happening in real time while all of this is going on. So I just want people to understand that when these fake stories come and these detractors and these distractions come, it's literally messing with the self-esteem, the confidence, and the surety that maybe justice is finally here. You know, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And they say, Jag, you said Diddy was going down and we didn't believe you. And now Jay-Z, maybe it's gonna happen this time. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I deal with a lot. Keep my hands on the wheel. Keep trying to help steer us to justice.
Do you think the Jay-Z allegation could go over to a criminal indictment?
The way it's looking, I'm sure it will. I'm absolutely sure it will. What I don't understand is why people are having such a hard time believing that this could be true. I don't understand why. He knew that he was the John Doe, assailant. He knew. A few other people knew. Most of us knew about around the same time I did Pierce Morgan. So that cease and desist, which was nothing more than a phone call and no paperwork required, seems even more egregious now. Because when they sent that out, calling me a heinous liar and saying that it was ridiculous and this and that, and people needed to apologize, you knew you were the person that was going to be held into account with Diddy. They gave you the chance to settle out of court since your reputation meant so much to you. But to come back now and say, make it criminal, you could have said that back then. Why continue to just stay this John Doe? Why do a John Doe lawsuit against the lawyers that are representing Diddy? And meanwhile, this isn't your case. This is Diddy's case, and you are the co-assailant, and you still won't acknowledge him. You still won't say his name. Like I said on Piers Morgan, Jay-Z's big talent is he starts little fires everywhere and then forces everyone else to go and carry water and put it out while he sneaks away without ever having to take responsibility. That's a lot easier to do when allegedly you're a government informant as well. People need to start looking. Why? In all of the things that was said in that god-awful statement, the one thing that should have been said was, Diddy and I have been friends for years, though his situation is unfortunate, and I'm praying that he will be found innocent. I did not do this with him. That was not said. He's still pretending like this has nothing to do with Diddy. Meanwhile, you're talking about words like honor and valor and saying what people lack in integrity. You have none, sir. Because if you really wanted to sue somebody, you should have sued me by now. You should have sued me. Your lawyer got my number. He called us. I mean, he had other people call, but it is his firm. Everybody thought I was crazy when I said it was this Jane Doe person was Jay-Z. Everyone thought I was crazy. Oh, no, it's Kevin Hart. Yeah. It's just nuts. It's just nuts how people just enjoy being lied to, you know? He doth protest a lot for someone who's done nothing wrong.
Are you seeing parallels with Diddy not settling with Cassie and Jay-Z not settling with Busby?
It's the exact same thing. And guess what? He's going to be disappointed the exact same way. Because what's happening now is with all the money you've been losing and all of those deals that fell through after Piers Morgan while you were busy trying to save face when you knew you was going to be named in this suit anyway. Well, what does all of that look like now? $500 million, $500 million lost on $50 joints that don't light up. You got to be the worst businessman in the world. You had a whole streaming company. You stole everyone's catalog, including mine, didn't pay anybody for it, and then sold the company without paying anybody. And, you know, I can't stand Onika, but thank you, Nikki, for telling him that he robbed you too, just like he robbed everybody else. This man is a liar and a thief and a charlatan who believes in dark magic. Nasty things, godless things. He's been lying his whole life. And he wants to talk about where he's from in Brooklyn and how they protect people. Who protected your brother when you pow-powed him? Is that how y'all take care of kids? Because you and your brother were kids when you pow-powed him. Who looked out for him? Surely wasn't your mother. These people are liars. They are frauds. They are charlatans. And they will do anything to keep their grasp on power. The reason why he didn't want to come forward and say anything was because he was hoping his wife was going to help swing that vote for that lying woman that lost, who works for his best friend, Barry. Why do people have such a hard time? If you lie about one thing, if you lie about another thing, if you lie about another thing, chances are you just lie about anything. Meanwhile, you got videos with fake victims telling lies, confusing the jury pool, racking up a couple million views in just under a month, and you have Sean Carter's childhood best friend, the first person he betrayed like a Judas. His video hits 1 million views and gets demonetized. How does the fake Diddy victims video still collecting money, but the truth about Jay-Z is being demonetized? I don't get it. Shout out to my friend D'Aven Irby. Hashtag Silent King. The first person to tell the truth about Sean Carter.
Yeah, their truth isn't the narrative they want out there and monetized, though, right? The truth isn't controllable. It's easier to demonetize and suppress the truth, Jag. It's absolutely horrendous the way that it carries on across these platforms.
And yet, they enjoy doing everything that they do in secrecy. You know, that's the thing that I don't like. They wield all this power. They wield all this influence. They use all of this money. They play God. But they don't ever want to be honest about how they're doing it. They don't want to ever claim who they really are, what they really stand for. If it was good, why are you hiding? What's wrong with a little transparency? Why can't y'all be honest? Because you know how terrible it all sounds. You're absolutely right. These accusations are heinous, but they are not baseless. And it's just time. It's your time. I told you, Sean. I told you on Pierce. You are going to respond. And no one's going to let you get away with anything from here on out, especially not me. Yeah, that's about the gist of it.
So for the 7,000 people watching live, then all of Jaguar's links are in the description box. Please support her work. And I watched your video this morning where you were talking about a lot of this, and I could see it really affected you. But you've got to feel some kind of, like Ron said earlier, you know, it's proven you right over and over again, these things.
Yeah. I just wish that they would have listened to me the first time. We could have avoided some stuff. Just like I wish they had listened to Natanya the first time. We could have avoided some stuff.
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. If everyone had just done their jobs that night in that nightclub, history would be so different right now. Like there would be. I mean, are we foolish to say that? Would he have just been replaced with the next?
Of course.
Candidate.
But the thing is, it's what makes Diddy so special is at the time he came into the industry and the background he had. He was the party guy. He hung out with everybody. Everybody wanted to go to puppy parties down at Howard University. I'm still trying to figure out how Kamala missed any. Because all of the AKA party girls used to go to the Diddy parties with Mark Barnes. You know, there's so much intermingling and intertwining and just years and years. But even thinking about, just looking at it all, it's thinking about Angelo, my manager. He came to me in my dream the other night. As soon as I found out that it was going to hit the news feed, I woke up and it was starting to catch fire. But I heard Angelo, he came to me in a dream and he said, "You got him, Jags. You got that lion, mother. You got him, Jags." And he just went walking off. Oh, Goomba. I miss my friend. I But he sat down on the blue couch to defend me. We both knew what we were putting on the line, and I gotta get it right. Gotta get it right. I have to live with the fact every day that that man could possibly not be here because of me. I don't talk about that. There's real life consequences to what happens online. I'm sorry. Salute to my friend Angelo Minerci. My guy. My guy.
You're doing great, Jaguar. You've been the tip of the spear on this. It must take a lot out of you.
It does. You know, but when I get to, little great moments where I get to see Ziggy.
Don't make me go and grab him again.
And that smile. No, because that's what we're doing it for.
Exactly.
Everything that we're doing is to make sure that those smiles never leave those beautiful little faces.
It makes you feel doubly angry at these monsters when you look at your little kid and you think, oh, yeah.
13-year-old girl just trying to get to the action. And somehow she ended up in one of Diddy's cars with one of Diddy's drivers, and her life has never been the same. You know, everyone's talking about Jay-Z, but is anybody talking about that woman? The effects that she's still experiencing 20 years later? And I get it. Nobody's asking themselves if what happened to Anna played a part in why her marriage didn't work. Or why she responded in certain ways in her divorce. Like, when you take a woman and you show her that there's no help, that there is no safety, and that whatever you want to do to her, you can do to her, and no one can stop you, that changes a person. It changed me, for sure. Of all of the things that people, you're trying to bring a black man down. Why you want to bring our people down? If you can call people that are capable of doing those things your people, no, you are not my people. You are not my people. If you can call these monsters who do the things that they do to helpless women, pharmaceutically induced into nowhere, so that their bodies can be used as a playground for the devil, you not my people. And shame on anybody who calls them your people. Because if those are your people, please stay far away from me. We got to stop putting color on things. We got to stop putting all of this other stuff. We have to see it for what it is. There is good, there is evil. Choose one. I'm so sick and tired of hearing people apologize to me. Honestly. It's gotten to the point now where anytime I hear somebody want to apologize, I want to just do that. You know? I hear sorry so much. I just wish people would stop being sorry. And if you're going to apologize, back it up with action. Stop being so quick to believe lies. Stop being so quick to be fooled. because you like the shoes someone wears or the way they walk across the stage or the car, the chain, like, and the people who pretend to be these people, you got to take pity in them, because what kind of person would want to be known as somebody who's lived through some of the things I've lived through? You got to be a really sad person to admire the attention that someone else's pain brings. It's kind of low. Am I wrong, guys?
Nope.
Like, who would
That's right.
want to be a Diddy victim?
Yeah.
You got it, that there's something off there. Somebody said, oh, the whistleblowers are fighting and Jag is getting rid of everyone because she's used to be the only one lying, and she's lying and she's doing.
Yeah.
And the whistleblowers, it's the attack of the whistleblowers. Jaguar's gobbling up all of the whistleblowers because no one lies like she lies. You know, it's like, are you kidding me? Who's fighting to be the most annoyed human being on the planet? I am annoyed more than your average human being on a whole nother level. Who wants the pleasure of that? And for all of you people who are jealous of the attention that our pain brings, shame on you. Go get a life. Really. Get a life. Because thinking that accepting money and sympathy for things you've never gone through, as terrible as the things some of us have been through, that is egregious. And that would make you one of the most pathetic people on the face of the planet. Nobody wants to be this. Who wants to be this? Who in their right mind would want this? Being forced to move in a moment's notice. Listen, look at Tony Busby. He's being followed. His family's being followed. He's being gaslit. The same things that have happened to my life are happening to this attorney. Why? Because he's standing up for people who were hurt. Please, somebody else say something other than me.
Jag, well, what do you think about Jay-Z trying to use his daughter as a shield, saying, we can't be doing this, it's hurting my daughter, exposing me, it's hurting my daughter?
I wonder if her mother's alleged drug addiction hurts her.
Where was his empathy for everybody else's goddamn daughters? I think that's more the point, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a pure narcissist. He could care less about anything or anyone else but himself. And those children are body shields. When they got married, they had a prenup. 3 children had to be produced so she could collect 500,000 for the girls and $1 million for a boy. Like, this is business. That was decided before all of those children came in the marriage contract. You should see that prenup she signed. It's all business. Cold, hard math. He don't care about that. I had to sit down and talk with my children. Since when? You don't got to. Just the people that you hire to take care of her while their mother's locked in a room listening to gospel music, rocking back and forth for 14 hours. And you got to pray for it. You got to pay an evangelist to come to your house to pray out the room. When does she have time to be a mother when she's suffering from all of these? You know, it's so funny because he wants to paint the picture that they're June Cleaver, Ward and June Cleaver. And I don't know what in the freak off is going on, guys.
Jag, do you think that we're going to start seeing the network being exposed a little bit here? There's a lot of people talking now about the fact that, okay, so if we're being serious about the human transportation and all these things, that ain't a one-man business, you know. And when we look at, they actually mentioned the Man on the Island, and they mentioned Al Fayed from Harrods, and I've also brought in Jay-Z and Diddy. When do you think we're going? Because, for example, Beverly Rhodes has sent a message talking about limo drivers. Okay, limo drivers who will allegedly very much have been involved with the bringing and, you know, retrieval of young individuals.
And the Uber drivers.
Mm-hmm.
The Uber drivers are the fastest access. They're the easiest way.
Well, yeah, there's so much that is coming to light from
over 10,000 women have gotten into an Uber and not made it home in the United States in the past 10 years. No one talks about that.
Yeah. Is that how long Ubers have been around? 10 years now?
Uber started before I left Philly. I think it was because I started using Lyft 2012. I started driving for Lyft in 2016. I think Uber was around a year or two before Lyft. So yeah.
Time goes too fast.
Uber's been around for almost 15 years.
Yeah, that was more the, oh my God, that much time has passed. Not questioning your facts with it.
And Jay-Z bought a piece of the company. He invested in it in 2011.
Shut up.
I mean, that would be smart.
Wait. So 10,000 women just vanished, right? Jay-Z now indicted for doing horrible things to a young lady, and now he just so happens to own, well, I'm just saying, right? And that's up there with owning the land next to the border of Mexico, and it just so happened to be your ex-security guards. Like, that seems a little sus, but also could just be good business sense, right? Allegedly. I'm just saying.
I mean,
he owns a lot of land as well.
That land that they got down there by the border, it was already fit with El Chapo's tunnels. It's a great deal.
I was just about to say, and what a better way to sweeten the deal. You don't even have to bring in any machinery.
No.
You know, you just get a wee
all set up.
Yep. Yeah, wild, man. It is
and
wild.
People wonder why Misha got so scared when Adria started talking about Yellow Beezy's trap house that allegedly is being supplied by Jay-Z and the Diddler with children and pharmaceuticals. That's what Adria told me.
Right.
Now I want you to think about this. If Jay-Z and Diddy are doing illicit trafficking out of a local rapper's house that has been implicated in more than one federal crime.
Yeah.
And that's where she hangs. That's where Lamisha hangs. So I want you to think about this. It was Lamisha that contacted Adria, not the other way around. It was Lamisha that convinced Adria that they knew each other. It was Lamisha that told Adria all of these wild stories that Adria told that forced her to have to come and stand on them herself. If my best friend, who I don't want to snitch on me, who I'm in a bunch of illegal businesses, who if I don't shut this down, we're both going to go down. I don't see why I wouldn't cook up a little plot, throw things off. Clearly, the reach of those videos was enough to force Anna out. Yellow Beezy, trap house, trafficking, Dallas, minors and pharmaceuticals, and that's where Lamisha Fuller hangs out. Sounds like somebody asked that girl to go on a dummy mission.
Yeah. Beware the plants. One thing I wanted to ask Misha.
You should have heard her video. You should have heard her video that she did last night. It was tragic. Tragic. She's talking about scenes from The Handmaid's Tale, from the others. She's conflating and mixing. She's talking about Jay-Z and Diddy didn't want to hurt her, but Jay-Z and his wife did, and they gonna get him, and she's spiraling
Well,
out.
let me ask you bluntly then. What are we looking at here? Are we looking at a survivor of the same circles that you're a survivor from within Jag?
No.
Are we looking at
We are looking.
programming? Are we looking at
looking.
a DID programming or something where a fractured mind has been sent in that's so manic you can't not pay attention to it?
I think she was selected because she's off her nut. I think she was coached. Everybody could see her reading, looking at screens, the way she... You want to know what I find more interesting than anything? Lionel B tried to accuse Natanya Rubin of being paranoid for not wanting to come to his studio that he built, that he wanted her to be there because it would be such a better vibe. But as manager of both Adria and Lamisha, why didn't he bring them to his studio in Florida live so it could be a better vibe?
Yeah,
Did I tell you that weirdo sent me a cease and desist?
Shudder. Oh yeah. Shudderino. Yeah.
Ain't there something? A liar who
I
defamed my character by doing a video and telling everyone that I was a schizophrenic.
Oh, there's some great Reddit level conspiracy theories going around right now. Tanya's apparently a voodoo high priestess. Just throwing that out there. Also,
yeah,
I think
who likes gobbling up little girls. Like, what is this? What is this crap?
It's distraction. It's distraction. Do you know what it is? Do you know what I call it? Time holes, Jag. So if you've got
she's a voodoo witch and she's a voodoo witch and I'm a witch priestess.
Yeah,
we trying to take over the whole Combs enterprise. Like, this is insane.
Yeah. It's proper levels of insane, but it's time holes, Jag. So you'll have people that might not know Nat's story, and they'll waste half an hour of their time, an hour or 2 hours of their time on nothing. If the opposition can wear out the ammunition, and the ammunition is collective time being used productively, if they can derail the productivity, all the better for them, and that's what it comes down to. And it's just a wild one. I think I've left the oven on, so apologies. I'll be back in one.
That's all right. That's all right. We cooking over here too.
We were looking at all the brand deals Jay-Z's got, and they're like a multiple of what Diddy's got. And we were looking at his relationship with the Obamas. Do you think because he's so connected, there's going to be a lot happening right now to try and protect his reputation because of the value of these brands is going to get smashed?
I think once I make it impossible for the NFL to continue to keep working with him in any capacity, brand deals are going to be a thing of the past.
Do you think that right now they're all having crisis meetings?
I know they are. They've been having crisis meetings since I did Pierce Morgan. When he knew he was being named in that lawsuit.
And do you think these PIs that were showing up at influencers' houses are part of this strategy to protect Jay-Z?
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait till we find the footage of them talking to Lionel B. Allegedly.
Did he claim he got a visit?
Oh, no. It's insane to think that I'm working for Jay-Z and Diddy. I got 4 cars and they all paid for. My content is lit. That's not going to age well.
Okay, what about the relationship with the Obamas?
Shout out to Premium Celeb. You know, that's Lionel's backup channel. Do you know what he's doing over there? He's doing negative content on his clients and boosting me up so he can make some legit money, because I think you're about to lose that monetization on those lying videos, Lionel.
Yeah, it's all
Ain't that pathetic? Ain't that pathetic? He's on his main channel pretending like it's not getting destroyed because everyone knows that he lied and he put those girls up there to lie. So now you got a backup channel, premium celebs, so that you can trash your clients and make money off of that. I hope they sue you.
What do you know about Jay-Z's relationship with the Obamas?
It's very close. But him and Barry have a lot in common. You know? They're the new Rat Pack. Barry is JFK and, Diddy is Dean Martin. Yeah, and Jay-Z he's Sammy Davis Jr. Quite the team. They've been doing a lot. What I don't like is that a United States president was working so closely with someone who has great ties to trafficking. I never understood that. This is a man that made himself famous pretending to be, a pharmaceutical person. And now he can't even sell a $50 joint. Can't even get it to light up. Times have changed.
Do you think that with Trump coming in, it's going to change the ability for Jay-Z and the likes of these people to call in the troops?
Absolutely. There's definitely about to be a changing of the guard. And now that Obama has pretty much lost all influence in the United States, you're only as good as your friends. When it comes to, the politics and money game in the United States, he is where he is because Warren Buffett vouched for him. I think people are forgetting how he came into money. He started big with real estate all up and down the eastern seaboard. John Carter bought over 400 or 500 acres of waterfront property and adjacent waterfront property from Connecticut all the way down to the DMV area. He owns large sections of lands and like ports and all kinds of stuff where you could just ship things right into the United States. And if nobody's paying attention, you wouldn't ever know it. But I'm sure he doesn't like talking about all of that because he bought it with Warren Buffett's money. Warren Buffett would cut him deals, allegedly, to be the face so that they could get, urban grants for this and that because he's a poor guy from the projects. Meanwhile, Warren was running you. And then as things moved up and you and Diddy moved up, all of Diddy's friends also became your friends. Diddy got liquor, you got liquor. Diddy got this, you got that. But then, Diddy liked to party, see? Diddy likes to wild out, and he don't really like to have to pretend that he's not him. But you are the greatest pretender, sir. That makes you better for politics. Or at least it did.
Warren Buffett once called Jay-Z the guy to learn from.
Yeah, because he's the guy. You don't hear him talking about old Warren so much anymore. He swindled him a little bit, didn't he? Especially in that Detroit deal. When they got all those so-called black billionaires and billionaires together, and Warren Buffett told them how they could come and they could buy up all of downtown Detroit on the cheap. Shoot, about 15 years ago, you could get a whole skyscraper there for about $1.5 million. You could buy 2 city blocks for $2.5. Warren got a bunch of guys together and they called it the urban, this coalition, and Jay-Z was there and a whole lot of people was there, and they bought it real cheap. but nobody wants to talk about the crime wave and the poisoning of the water that happened there before, that drove it all the way down so that they could buy it. You know, $150 million worth of real estate for about $10 million bucks. But you know, Michigan should be thankful because at least Beyonce sent all of that bottled water after it all got poisoned. It's
Yeah, yeah. Sean, can you check your WhatsApp when you get a second, please, man?
Yeah, we
So-
got
I just want to say a big shout out and hello to Ronnie Bow. I'm pretty sure he's in the side chat or watching from somewhere.
hey
I'm
Ronnie.
just chatting to him in the DMs just now. I hope you're doing well, mate. I really do. So
Ronnie is family.
yeah, Ronnie and I, I'll be honest with you, Ronnie and I had a little scuffle in our DMs, and we're put our differences aside, right? We're putting our differences aside, and I mean, I just want to say to Ronnie Bow that if he feels like I did, you know, make some bad jokes or whatever, I do apologize. Certainly on the live.
Well, Ronnie's a little touchy right now.
Yeah, that's all right. He's allowed to be.
He has every right to be.
No,
We
yeah,
all are
right.
a little touchy right now. Lionel B tried to line him all the way up. Tried to get him to say things he didn't want to say. And when you've been duped by a content creator, it does create a little paranoia. You're a little weary. Is this going to be the guy that gets me? You know, I just want to tell the truth. You know, you never know. So when it comes to Ronnie, I got love for Ronnie like he's like my brother, like my little brother now at this point. I want to see him win. I want to see him stay alive. I want him to thrive. You know, people keep forgetting the only reason he's mixed up in this was because he happened to be serving time in the same place with R. Kelly. If that had never happened, we wouldn't even be talking about Ronnie. Ronnie would be kicking it with that beautiful woman he be with, minding his business, writing his books, you know. But just that one intersection changed everything. And I think that's what people need to understand when it comes to this. You could be going about your normal life, but if something intersects and it takes hold, you got to deal with that. And it might change your course. If someone had told me that I was going to be on social media doing all of this stuff, I'd have told me crazy. I can't stand computers. I hate technology. Gets on my damn nerves. But the problem is, you got to go to where the world is if you want the world to know things. So I put it aside and I got online. You know, and this is it. There's no turning back. But I love Gene Deal because my bro told me, baby girl, just trust the process. We gonna be just fine. And that's that.
Well, you've got 13K watching right now, and the two questions coming up consistently. One of them is, who is Celebrity B? And the other one is, has Piers Morgan reacted or said anything since the Jay-Z news? Do you have a message for Piers Morgan?
I spoke to his producer.
I bet you did.
I'm sure she'll pass on whatever the message was. But what I will say is, huh?
I just wanted, sorry to interrupt you. I just
Oh,
wanted
please
to say,
interrupt.
yeah, listen, that's what I'm here
You've
to do.
actually been a little too quiet.
I've got a pregnant lady who I needed to. I've made a dinner and I've cleaned the kitchen and I've hung up some washing in the whole, just because I can't anger the hormones, right? But
No, please
in about 15 minutes, I was going to send the link over to Ronnie Bow, and I just wanted to double check that it was okay with yourself and with Sean, rather than setting up a new show, because his message is so important, and we've got 13K here. I think that's the best way for him to capitalize.
We love Ron. We
His
love
message
Ronnie.
is very important.
Right, cool. Right, Ronnie, you're set. That's sent. Okay, Sorry for interrupting. Okay, in fact, do you know what? Whilst I'm in fact, do you know what? I'm not even going to make myself big screen. Like and subscribe. Okay, let's share this out. Can we get? In fact, this is how Jag does it. She's like, "There's 13,000 people here, and there ain't 13,000 likes." That's what she said. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. Okay, right. No one cares what I've got.
Come on, let's get those like yeah.
Lights up,
Yeah,
right?
if you can comment, you can click.
Yeah, it's algorithmic currency. Okay, you want to support a channel? Smash the like button. Smash it.
But not
Yeah.
only that, engagement. You know,
Yeah.
the more people engage with the platform while we're live, the more people, you know, it can get out to. People keep forgetting how easy it is, even in this day and age, for messages to get lost online because of the way algorithms work. So let's make sure that we're supporting the Attwood family algorithm, guys. Let's keep
you.
getting that message out.
Lost online is an understatement. Lost online is like when your dog's leash runs away and off it goes. What they're doing is they're perfectly driving the dog into the middle of nowhere and
Yeah.
throwing us into a hole. Okay, that's what social media does. Okay. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it does. And, you know, but we're doing better. You know, that's why I welcome all relevant, truth seeking, you know, real people. If you come through my chat, please drop your link. Let my mods know. We'll pin it if we need to, whatever the case may be. But I want everyone tapping the link of all of the real ones, because once you tighten up your algorithm and you fuel it with nothing but the truth, you can skip over all that crazy stuff, right? Because the crazy stuff only gets in there if you engage. Am I wrong?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you don't feed the trolls if that's what you're getting at. Yeah, you don't feed them, man. Like half the time, people tell me, "Oh my god, this has been happening," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, I have a life outside the comment section. You know that, right? Like, there's stuff that goes on outside the comment section. So yeah.
So the viewers are asking me to ask you those two questions again, Jag.
All right.
Celebrity B in the new indictment.
The witness.
Yeah. Who do you think that is?
What I will say is this, because I'm not trying to get anybody called by Alex Spiro today. In my opinion, I think it's one of three people. One's name begins with a J, one's name begins with an M, and one's name begins with a B. That's what I think. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Mary quite contrary. Because she was down for a lot. She was down for a lot. She would have done anything not to have to go back to Yanka's projects or have to sleep on her friends' couches anymore. She did anything. People keep forgetting about Danny Boy.
Are you talking about
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You're talking, I was just going to say, you're talking about the Mary J, right? Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
She was in her mid-20s when Danny Boy was 15 years old, when she first started getting involved with him intimately. And allegedly, her, Diddy, and Danny Boy have had some fun together. And they were flying him from California to New York as a minor, regardless if he was signed to Death Row Records. They flew an underage young man from LA to New York, all the way across the country, for the purposes of fornication.
There are so many mandatory federal laws that are broken there.
I know.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like the hypocrisy of what Natanya said about so many people in prison for a pew pew being found inside a gun.
Yeah.
Oh my god, inside a car, right? A pew pew being found inside a car, and just because you were in the car, you're now in jail. Nothing to do with it, nada. But J-Lo gets to moonwalk her backside out of all of it, and it's nuts.
Not forever.
Nah, not forever. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully
not forever. Not forever. Because the beautiful thing about these people is that they're all narcissists. Truthfully, they're not loyal to each other at all. They're accomplices.
Oh,
Accomplices appear loyal.